There's a stall order.
Afternoon, you're identified.
There it goes.
Flight 170
now.
You've never had that in a micro, have you?
Glad I haven't.
Welcome to Group A flying.
Hello and welcome to another Rory on Air video. Today, my first exploration into GA flying, and I was with LAC Flying School today, LAC, here at Manchester Barton, and up with Tony Partakis, very experienced instructor who incidentally teaches most of the week with LAC, but also teaches one day a week with Mainair, the microlight flying school, who I learnt to fly with initially. So today the idea is to kickstart some extra training for me to try and achieve my LAPL, EASA LAPL licence, which I need to do before the 7th of April, and to qualify to be able to fly in Europe in larger GA aeroplanes. I wasn't initially going to do this, but I thought I might as well give it a go, seeing as I've got time to do it before the deadline closes in April. It may get extended, fingers crossed. They may open something else up that works in a similar way, but at the moment, as it stands, I need to get a minimum of 3 hours flight training done, plus 2 exams and a skills test and a medical done before the 7th of April. So I've got my work cut out, quite a lot of stuff to read as well. But as I say, lovely day for flying today, and the flight went really well, I think. Tony seemed reasonably happy with my skills that I've learnt from flying microlights. Flying the bigger, heavier aeroplane is quite different, and you'll be able to see some of the differences and some of the silly faces I pull in this video as you join me in the cockpit for my first flight in a Cessna 152.
Golf November Whiskey, runway 26 left, take off at your discretion, so it's in 260 degrees, 4 knots.
Taking off, Golf November Whiskey.
So we'll just do the last chance checks.
Okay.
No lights from the tower. Have you ever been shown lights from the tower?
I have, yeah.
Right, so no lights from the tower.
Yeah.
Runway is clear.
Yeah.
We have a primary reference point, the pylon straight ahead.
Yeah.
Secondary reference point. Wind is relatively calm.
Mm-hmm.
That is 26, that's 26, and guess what? Runway 26.
Yeah.
Control column slightly after neutral because it is really soft the ground.
Yeah.
And let's see how I do. So I'll give you tips as you go, but
Okay.
the initial climb out will be at 60 knots.
Okay, so full power.
Yeah, prevent you.
Alpha Yankee Echo Foxtrot.
You'll notice it's a lot longer the runway roll.
Yeah.
Golf Alpha Yankee, 28, 1 mile west of Winter Hill, request joining information at altitude 1000.
The ground is very soft, that's why it's feeling a bit sticky at the moment.
Runway 26 left, take it right hand, QFE 1019, squawk 7365.
Excellent takeoff. And you can see now, the beauty of this aeroplane, the outside scale is in knots.
Yeah.
If we were Echo Romeo, it's in miles an hour on the outside scale. That's brilliant.
There's 300 feet, so
Flaps away, absolutely. And now trim for 65 knots climb out. Now, because it's a high-winged aircraft, when we turn, Rory, we've got to check the blind spot by lifting the wing.
and we do that at 600.
So you're all running up and running with your cameras then? All sorted? Brilliant.
Yeah, it's rolling it.
Hi.
Golf November Whiskey departing a circuit to the northwest and changing to Wharton radar on 129.525.
Golf November Whiskey, squawk 7000.
Squawk 7000, Golf November Whiskey.
All this is the VFR on that, and that'll take you to 7,000.
Final 26 left.
Okay, when you're ready, we're crossing the railway line, which is where the airspace changes.
Yeah.
We're going to do a cruise climb. I'd like to do a cruise climb to 1,800 feet, heading towards the Reebok Stadium.
Okay.
So before we climb, temperatures and pressures, are they in the green?
Yes.
Mixture, rich.
Yes.
Altimeter set to the QNH.
Yes.
Look out. Full power prevent yaw. And select a picture that you think is going to give you a 90 knot climb out. And once you've got it, trim.
Circuit to the northwest, it's our frequency change now to Wharton on 129.525. There's 1800, so I'm going to attitude first, power back to 2300, and now trim for 90.
What I'd like you to do, go on to standby.
Yep.
And then tap in 364. And then back to alt. Fantastic.
Well, that's a lot easier than having to faff about with a little scroll.
How about that, eh? All the mod cons in
I'm
this
sold.
thing. Now, we're slightly underneath the cloud base. The rule of thumb is once we get above the cloud, first cloud base, the air tends to get smoother.
Yeah.
And we'll see if that works. Maintain heading 310, but this time I'd like to do a max rate climb of 65 knots, and I want you to take it up to 3,000 feet.
Okay.
Every 500 feet or so, check the blind spot.
Check the blind spot.
Before the climb, temperatures and pressures, are they agreed?
Yes.
Mixture rich.
Mixture rich.
Altimeter set on the correct pressure setting.
1021, yeah.
Good look out. Full power prevent yaw, and I want you to do a max rate climb of 65.
Papa Lima, it is active presently at 3,000 feet, and we'll be climbing up to 4,000 feet when airspace allows. So continue on to Bravo Papa Lima.
Roger, towards the Bravo Papa Lima. We'll adjust up to 3,000 feet to start with, so not very tango.
Stop on the tango.
So there's coming up on 3,000, yep. So attitude first.
Allow the airplane to speed up towards 90. That's great. Now back where you are now, you can start powering back to about 2-3.
This is great, lovely to be back up again.
Oh, tell me about it, it's been a while for me. Right, just like in the classroom, we're going to start looking at some slow flights now. We're going to fly straight and level at different airspeeds. So what I'd like you to do, when we go outside the green arc on here, we need to put carb heat with the power setting. I want you to fly the airplane at 80 knots, straight and level, as best you can.
Okay.
So, estimated power setting?
Element 75 Alpha, letting down.
Looking outside, choose a picture that you think's now going to give you 80 knots.
I've got Charlie Mike, that's 3 call Liverpool, 11985.
Okay.
Charlie Mike, 47,000, 3 call Liverpool.
That's not bad. We're in a slight descent though, aren't we?
Yeah.
So what does that tell us?
We need more power.
Correct. A little bit more power.
Doctor, uniform Mike X-ray, water pressure.
Golf Sierra Uniform Mike X-ray, Robinson R22 helicopter. We're just lifted from the microlight site at all. We're going to be working into the Ribble Valley, probably 1,500 feet.
Almost back where we were.
Yeah, it's not a lot less, is it really?
No.
Mike X-ray, Roger, basic service, Walton QNH 1021.
When you're ready, I want a rate 1 turn to the left onto heading of 180.
Okay. So, clear there.
And my advice is going to the entry very, very slowly. Everything is gently, incrementally.
Yeah. Cool, it's very gentle rate 1, that's hardly anything.
Yeah.
3 degrees per
second, that's it. That's right. You're doing very well actually, that's good. You're keeping height and we're doing a nice rate 1 turn. Brilliant. This is where it gets trickier now. I'm waiting to fly the airplane at 60 knots, straight and level. Remember now, we're going to start getting induced drag.
Okay. So, guesstimate a power setting of a little bit less.
Yeah, I would say only a little bit less, because of the high amount of induced drag we're going to get.
Yeah.
This is where it starts getting fun.
There's 60 there.
We're just in a very slight descent, which I'm expecting, so we need a little bit more power.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Because we're getting to a stage now, do you remember the curve we did in the classroom?
Yeah.
Where a very low power setting, you wouldn't maintain level flight, so you've got to start increasing power again.
Yeah.
To get a lower airspeed.
Because we're on the back of the drag curve.
We are, absolutely. Yeah. This is the back of the drag curve. Not the most efficient way of flying an aeroplane. Yeah, you've got good smooth piloting skills, that's good.
Starts to feel slightly
sloppy now.
Buffety. It's not a lot of action.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not the ideal way of flying these aircraft.
No.
Brilliant. Any questions about that?
No, I mean it's good that it feels like you can fly it that slow and it still feels safe and controllable.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a win.
Yeah, I'll control.
You've got control.
Right, Mark.
This is Golf Bravo Sierra Kilo Whiskey reverting basic.
Okay, I'm going to get some height now. We're going to do some climbing turns, okay? And remember they're rate 1 turns. Okay, you have control. I want you to continue now with a climb, but let's make it a max angle now, 60 knots when you're ready.
Okay, so they're green, mixture's full rich. Good lookout.
Let me know it's nicely trimmed for a 60 knot climber. And just to recap, as we pass 2.5, just check the old blind spot.
Okay. I guess that's part of the reason for having it trimmed correctly, is because then when you sort of let go after that, you end up back where you were without having to faff about again.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll show you a stall.
Yeah.
Throw in the deep end. What I might just do is a fully developed stall today, just to show you a worst case scenario, and then we'll work up to that.
All right, great.
You see the sort of guy that can deal with the rough edges.
Well, it's good fun. I'm loving being up again. It's great being tutored again. I actually felt a bit bereft when I finished with Marcus. I was like,
where am I?
I was enjoying that.
Okay, I'm going to take control.
Okay, you have control.
And,
hope so.
Well, yeah, just to
Wowza.
look round. Okay, just want to show you the leading out the mixture as well whilst we're at altitude.
Yeah.
If you have a look at the rev counter.
Yeah.
Once it starts to drop, that's when we're going just beyond the optimum. About there. So, you know, if we're flying at this altitude for a long period of time, we could have leaned up the mixture there. Any questions on that?
The advantage of that being that we're just burning less fuel because we're keeping the mixture
same
as
ratio.
it needs to be. Yeah, same ratio.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm going to leave it rich for the moment. Right, Hazel checks. Heights, sufficient for recovery. With the fixed wing aircraft, with an instructor, it's 2,000 feet. But to do this on your own, 3,000 feet.
Right, okay.
A bit different from the microlights. Airframe, well, we are in the clean at the moment. I will put it in the flat position soon. Security, nice and tight.
Yep.
Nothing back really going to hit us hard. Check. No heavy articles. We're not going to go to negative G, so I'm not going to be too worried about that. Engine T's and P's. Location, but clear of cloud.
Yep, clear of airspace.
Yep. Clear
of the built-up area.
Active aerodromes. Okay. Here we go. On to hop.
Yep.
I'm going to leave some power in. We're in the white arc. 1 stage, 2 stages of flap. So as I say, when we get the wing drop, you're welcome to hold on to something. It does shock a few people because they're not used to it.
We need to stay on runway 35, left turn to LC, 1,700 feet, climbing flight level 170.
There's a stall on it.
Afternoon, you're identified.
There it goes.
Flight level 170
Right. You've never had that in a microlight, have you?
Glad I haven't.
Welcome to Group A flying. Right, well that's the excitement for today. I'm just going to lose some height.
Is there any likelihood that it's the left wing first? Is it to do with which one of us is heaviest? Or?
Well, yeah, things like that, but if it's the balance ball really, if you're out of balance, off it goes. But is it a drop?
Yeah, amazing.
I don't know if that's what you expected.
No, that was a lot more than I expected. I mean, I'd expect the wing to drop, 6 feet or something in the Eurostar at a fully developed stall.
Can you see now, if you turn on to final, you're out of balance and you're going slow, how fatal that could be.
It's going to kill you.
You know, so that's why we're very cautious when we're in the circuit not to overbank and to keep the balance ball in the centre.
Yeah. Even more so than the microlight, so this is a lot less forgiving, clearly.
Well, you see how it drops a wing?
Yeah.
So,
I didn't look at that. How much out of balance was it?
just a little bit.
Only a little bit,
yeah.
Right. Wow.
Doesn't have to be a lot out of balance going into the stall.
Yeah.
But you see how, I mean, I had all the warning signs. I could hear the stall warner go.
Yeah, it did go for ages before it happened.
Yeah.
And listen, you know, if you're in that situation, you've got to be taking heed of the signs and stopping it before it gets that point.
That's right, got to get it at the incipient stage. Right, I'm going to level it out at 3,000 feet. We're going to assume control column failure. All I want you to use is rudder, power, and trim. And I'll give you headings to steer, but we're going to assume this has failed on us.
God, you are throwing all the worst cases at me today.
Yeah,
the fire
you seem like a guy that enjoys things like that, you know. Let's put you through.
It's great.
So what we'll do, we'll stay at about 3,000 feet as best we can, and I'll get you to steer the airplane without the control column.
Okay.
But you've got, as I say, rudder, trim, and power. Okay, I'm going to hand control to you.
Okay.
Your job, at the moment, quite happy with the altitude. Maintain heading 120. Whilst you're doing that, I'm just going to do a quick freedom check. Arm to hot, F is for fuel, that's okay, R is for radio, E engine T's and P's, DI compass, slightly out now, after doing those manoeuvres, and altimeters, so maintain heading 120.
My gut feeling is to just do everything very cautiously, because if you end up out of the thing, you're a bit screwed, you can't fix the stall.
I'll tell you what, your gut feeling is absolutely right.
I wouldn't want to be in a situation trying to get back on the deck of Barton like this. Deary me.
Also helps you get the relationship between trim, rudder and power.
Yeah.
But then when you power back, obviously that's going to affect the trim.
Got slightly nose high, so hopefully when I power back that will...
There you go, you're anticipating, as a pilot should do.
I'm way off my heading now.
Don't worry, no, I mean there's a lot going on. The fact that we're still in the air is a good sign, you know.
A little bit of left rudder, a little bit less power.
Okay, we'll do a freedom check now, so it's carburettor to hot.
That's out.
For fuel, how's our fuel state?
We are about a quarter of a tank.
Eyes for radio, how's the radio?
Sorry, I'm looking at the fuel quantity. No, look, what's the score here then? Left fuel?
Oh, never trust them. It'll be about between quarter and half now.
Right, okay.
Fuel, radio, we're on the frequency. Standby is water.
So it's whichever one's in the com active on the...
Yeah.
And does it always go to the left or does it stay in either side?
Look at that, there you go. We just toddle that across, it's in the left. So radio, engine C's and P's, how is it looking?
Green.
DI and compass, are they lined up?
Yes.
Altimeter set now at the QFE 1019, I think. Golf Nova Whiskey, we're going to be practicing control column failure onto final approach.
Golf Nova Whiskey, roger. Stop making excuses, Tony.
See, they know my reputation. Now, in these aircraft, our circuits are a little bit bigger than the microlights.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you when to turn. Winds are calm today, so I'm going to make life a bit easier by not making it too hot for you.
But not easy enough to let me land the plane for the first time with the control column though.
Oh, I'm going to be kind today, and on final you can take over.
Okay, alright.
Okay, start turning onto final using just the rudder. That's what I like, nice and gently. Okay, carb to hot. Just coming into the white top. I'm going to put 2 stages of flap. You're going to feel a pitch change. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Pitch accordingly and aim for 65. That's it, your job is here if you can, try and get 65. I know it's not easy with the control column failure. But guess what? Back to normal now. Aren't I good to you?
Oh, excellent.
Okay. And when you turn on... So what I do advise you now is close the throttle completely, just for the moment, because this will glide. Golf Nova Whiskey, final flap.
Golf Nova Whiskey, 26 left, land at your discretion, 250 degrees, 3 knots.
Golf Whiskey. Okay, 4 flaps when you're ready, and now we're looking for 60 knots, Rory, and 60 knots all the way down. When we get to 300 feet, the carburettor goes back to cold.
Okay.
Close the throttle and then gently round out.
26 left, target to the right, 72.
That's it, keep it flying.
Keep it flying.
There you go.
November Delta Echo, squawk 7.
How about that, Rory?
65, and the QFE is 1019.
We'll give you that one.
6511019. Possible, could we join on the
Don't want to break, so I don't want to damage the runway.
Yeah, that's right. I knew you were sort of giving as much as we paid for it.
Traffic report entering the ATZ.
Right.
See what David says to us.
Golf, November Whiskey, vacate left, hold at Bravo 4. Vacate left and hold at Bravo 4.
Okay, let's shove it and go again.
Well, thank you very much, Tony. This has been great today. I really enjoyed it.
Well, I look for three things: safe, informative, fun. It's got to be those three.
Yeah, well, it's definitely been all three of those.
Excellent. Well, if we can tick those boxes, that's great. Okay, you have control. You might as well get a feel.
Control, yeah.
And we'll take it to the fuel pumps. Right, so you have control again, and if you like to do we call it the rundown checks.
Okay, brakes on. We're doing them on the feet, not that one. 1200.
Roger, basic service. Basic service, I have Golf India Lima.
For 30 seconds, and we check the magnet. When it says 1200 for 30 seconds, does that mean it needs to be at 1200 for 30 seconds before we test the mags?
It's fine now, we can test it now, that's no problem.
So,
yeah.
Small drop, no stop, no rough running, recover.
Helicopter November Delta Roger, you got one
Small drop, no stop, no rough running.
Turning final, report final.
And recover. Rotating beacon is on. Radio and radio aids off, double check that one's off, and that's off. What's this one for?
That's a DME, so that's off.
Approach the runway 32 threshold, remaining south of
fuel, refuel, we're going to do that now. Note the quantity, says 18, or just above 18.
Helicopter November Delta Roger, on the 32 number.
I'm going to turn the radio off though. That'll click off, and it takes about 5 seconds to power down.
Right.
And
we actually put the mixture to the well done. That was very good flying actually. You did talk well. Credit to our
Good old
Marcus. Yeah. So that goes off. So it's key out and then must switch off. And there we go. So fuel up. I'll show you what we do.